Hello MotoGP fans. Welcome back to ZNGP Today. The 2026 MotoGP preseason gets underway at Sepang, 3 days that will set the tone for the year ahead. Teams will hunt baseline setups, riders will probe new parts, and recovery stories will be front and center. Rumors that Fabio Quartararo has already signed for Honda in 2027 hit the paddock hard, but at Sepang the Frenchman pushed back. He confirmed there are talks, but stressed nothing is sealed. Below, 4 extended segments, each built around a single, decisive quote that unpack what Quartararo actually said, what it means for Yamaha, Honda and the 2027 market, and why Sepang matters right now. Honda's team manager Alberto Puig laid out a blunt, no-nonsense manifesto for 2026, passion first, method second, and an all-out call to the riders to attack from lap 1. Below that unpack Honda's direction, technical push, demands on Mir and Marini, and what the coming rider market storm means for everyone on the grid. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Sepang is where the winter's work becomes measurable. Engineers bring aero pieces, exhaust iterations and early software mappings. Riders swap simulator notes for real tire heat and braking feedback. The shakedown and official test together compress months of development into days, meaning small gains found here can translate into big advantages when the lights go out at round 1. All the stories you read through January become track reality starting that Tuesday. It's a tight window, 3 days of official running, a limited tidy block of time for each team to log laps, test packages and compare tire compounds. Expect teams to split programs between long-run race simulations and short qualifying pace stints, and to prioritize reliability early so they can trust any lap time gains. 3 days doesn't sound long, because it isn't. Teams will be surgical about what they try and when they try it. The headline absentee will shape how some teams use their running. When a frontline rider can't attend, their team must decide whether to focus on the teammate's development, hand extra mileage to a test rider, or protect parts for the first race. For rival teams, a rival's absence is an opportunity to gather data without direct comparison, but it also means you'll be guessing about that rider's actual race readiness when lights go out in March. Martin and Aldegar being sidelined tightens the preseason storylines, recovery timetables, reserve riders stepping up, and whether the affected teams run risk-averse programs or go all-in with what they have. Tests are different from races. There's rarely TV cameras on every lap, and much of the hard work happens behind closed garage doors. That means fans must stitch coverage together, official lap time feeds, team social posts, rider Instagram clips and select paddock live streams will be your view. Expect bite-sized highlights and team-released footage rather than full-session TV. No live TV isn't the end of the world, it just changes how you follow. Bookmark the official MotoGP timing pages, follow team and rider social channels, and watch for midday and end-of-day summaries from the major outlets. Sepang will provide the first real temperature check of 2026. Who's quick for a lap, who's quick over a stint, and who's still rebuilding. With 3 intense days of running and a few notable absences, expect surprises, both performance and human interest. We'll be tracking the lap time boards, the social media reveals, and any early clues about which bikes look closest to the front. Stay tuned, Sepang always rewards attention to detail. Walking into the Sepang paddock, Quartararo was suddenly the center of a media swirl. When pushed about the rumors, he cut straight to the point with a terse, unmistakable reaction, short, frustrated and telling in tone. The quote captures the mood of a rider who wants the narrative to be about testing and performance, not endless contract chat. In a week when every handshake is being parsed for meaning, that impatience is also a strategic move. He refuses to let the speculation become the story of his preseason. Too much talking. Quote from Fabio Quartararo. In other words, let the riders ride, and the paddock might take the hint. Make no mistake, Quartararo didn't deny contact. He confirmed that conversations with Honda are underway. That's a major sign for the 2027 market because Fabio remains one of the few top-named free agents likely to command factory attention and reshape team lineups. For Honda, courting Quartararo would be about bringing proven pace and a recognized brand face. And for Fabio, it's a potential path back to a works project with different technical resources and expectations. Honda is one of the teams I'm talking to. The dynamics, negotiations are active, but far from decided, and that keeps multiple teams alert. Quartararo made one thing painfully clear: he won't be rushed. His contract choices will be strategic, not just about money but about where he can win again. That phrasing matters. It signals priorities, a competitive motorcycle first, commercial terms second, and gives him leverage. By publicly saying he'll take his time, Fabio keeps his options open while forcing interested teams to present credible, performance-led offers rather than headline-grabbing figures. I'll take the time I need to make a decision with a view to 2027, but as of today, I don't have anything signed. Translation: talks yes, signatures no. That's how top riders extract the best competitive package. That last quote pulls the curtain back on motive. The alleged €15 million figure floating in press reports is eye-catching, but Quartararo frames the decision differently. It's a gamble. For any move, meaning adaptation risk, engineering unknowns, and the pressure to perform in a new environment. He stresses the ultimate objective: winning. Teams know this. They also know that a rider of Fabio's caliber will judge the project on how fast it can make him again, not only on how large the check is. It's a gamble for me, but also for everyone else. Everyone will try to convince you. People can say whatever they want. It's not about money, it's about winning again. That sentence turns Rumours into a simple test. Who can convince Fabio they offer the best chance at victory? Bottom line, Quartararo has put fuel on the 2027 market fire by confirming talks, but he has also cooled the flames by denying any signed deal. Sepang now becomes crucial. His on-track performance this week helps define his value, and the teams will watch closely. For Yamaha, it's a reminder to push the V4 development. For Honda, it's a potential recruitment prize. And for Quartararo, it's a negotiating leverage point anchored to one simple promise: he wants to win. Puig began by pinning everything to identity. For Honda, there is a hierarchy. The brand and its culture of competition sit above all else. That matters because it explains every decision, from development budgets to which projects get priority, and how personnel are judged. When a team leader publicly frames the program this way, it becomes both a shield and a sword. A shield because it protects long-term investment choices from short-term noise. A sword because it raises the bar for results and urgency around performance. The Honda name comes first. The company's DNA is racing. What prevails, what will ultimately guide our direction, is the passion for winning and the passion for racing that this company has demonstrated throughout its history. In practical terms, that means progress is measured against a single yardstick, the racetrack, and everything else is support to that mission. Puig didn't speak only in slogans. He spelled out a twin-track approach: keep the traditional, competitive hunger at the core while adding a rigorous, almost scientific layer to development. Honda's new European operations center isn't window dressing. It's designed to complement on-bike intuition with data-driven engineering. That combination can accelerate problem-solving and reduce guesswork, but it also increases the expectation that iterations deliver predictable performance gains. We have highly qualified engineers who are looking at the bike with a very methodical and, let's say, mathematical approach. Expect tighter feedback loops between simulation, wind tunnel and track work, and a clearer timeline for when new parts are either promoted or binned. Words matter in the garage, and Puig's instruction to Mir and Marini was unambiguous: attack. That's not just motivational soundbite, it's a tactical prescription. With bike performance improving incrementally, the team needs riders who will push limits early, extract baseline setups quickly, and feed precise info to engineers. Puig framed this as both a vote of confidence and a demand for intensity. The kind of message that either galvanizes a squad or foreshadows hard decisions if the results don't follow. I think our riders need to go all out and attack. They're both very professional, so I'm pretty sure they'll give it their all. If Mir and Marini respond, Honda's measured technical gains could convert rapidly into stronger race results. If not, expectations will harden fast. Puig closed by looking beyond the season at the looming rider market earthquake in 2027. His language was deliberately vivid. Riders without secure futures will behave like predators early in the year, and complacency will be punished. But the sharpest line was his moral test for teams and riders: lose the will to win, and you'll be left behind. That's not idle bravado. In a sport where a single tire compound or aero tweak can flip outcomes, mindset and hunger are competitive inputs as real as horsepower. If you lose the winning spirit or the will to win, then you're out. It's over. In short, 2026 is the runway, 2027 the race. And Puig is making clear who passes the boarding check. Alberto Puig's message was simple and uncompromising: marry passion with method, demand aggression from your riders, and treat the upcoming market turmoil as another reason to stay sharp. For Honda, the plan is clear: evolve thoughtfully, push relentlessly, and never let the hunger fade. If the team executes, Puig's mix of engineering discipline and old-school racing mentality could make Honda a dark horse in 2026. Or, if ignored, the words, "It's over," might land with an unwelcome finality. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!